Welcome to third video about my alarm system project. I will talk shortly a little bit more about Arduino sketch and move on to processing. So I didn't mention that it will set the alarm to 1 only if alarm is disarmed. This logic is pretty basic. If alarm disarmed, you can arm it. If alarm armed, you can disarm it. Also, I would like to explain why we use millis. Before I was using delay function, and delay function fully stopped the program from working for the period of time you choose, and it makes a problem for keypad. It's very hard, it's nearly impossible to take the input if you're using the delay functions. That's why I decided to use millis function. Millis allow us to read here the keypad all the time. I think that's pretty much about the sketch. Now I will move on to processing. I found it really interesting, and as a software developer, as an engineer, I think this project really interesting. And let's start to talk about the processing. So, first of all, as always, import libraries. Library for buttons. Star mean I import everything from this library. Same for processing serial. It's to communicate with Arduino sketch. Java swing, it's for pop-up message. I will actually show you now. So if you run the code, it will open this pop-up message. That's why I'm using Java swing. I will come back to it later. Then create and declare variables. I will say global variables to be more accurate. Serial port, CP5, it's variable for buttons here. Buttons, CP5. Fonts variables. I set integer password to the same password as I use in the Arduino sketch, so the person will know this password just for security reasons. Set string to nothing. This for future serial read data below. I will explain it later. ASCII code. Then float my variable is for conversion. We're receiving the information from Arduino and I need to display it properly. That's why I have it. Same this variable as well. Both these variables helps in the future. I will show you below. They helps to here to receive properly data and to display it properly in the interface. Background image. Now the setup, similar as the Arduino sketch starting point. I set the size of the frame, width and height. I set background image. It's the name of the image. It must be in the same folder where your sketch are. Here, background image. I will show you. Here you can see the background image. It's this in the folder with this file. Otherwise, maybe you can add the path here. Then we set the port to ports that I have in the Arduino. Here, it's COM3. You can change it if it's COM4, 1 or wherever. same speed. Then I create font, style, and size of this font. It's for the thermistor readings. Buttons, each block for one button. Actually, here. This is the one button, another button. Buttons have the position, X and Y coordinates, the size, all of it I change manually. I set the color. I use some websites to determine the hex code for colors because I'm using fancy colors. I use RGB as well for background. Then I change the color of this button actually when it's pressed. I will show you now. When you click, you see it's changed for a while, then it will go back to normal. Okay. Now, that's pretty enough about buttons. Let's move on. Here is the code for password. So I create variable flag integer and set it to 1. And while flag not equals to 0, I want to pop-up window frame be displayed until the flag will be 0. So I will explain how it works. I set I to 0. The R is the variable R. It's the pop-up message. Like it shows enter password, and if it equals nothing, it's basically mean if you click cancel button, it will print GUI off, set flag to 0, so it will break the loop, and it will call exit function, and exit function will close the GUI. Here, when you run it, if you click cancel, this field is equals to null, to nothing, so it's GUI off. That's it. Then it will try to parse to let's say convert the value we entered to integer. So it will catch the numerical format exception error. So the program will work. It will tell you if you didn't enter the number. I will show you here. So if I type letters and press OK, it shows here you did not enter a number, wrong password. Now, if so the integers as we enter are equals to password, and password here in the global, set it to 1234 here. It will print correct password, set flag to 0, so it will break the loop. Here, this loop will be broken. Otherwise, it will say print wrong password and loop back until password is correct. Here I will show wrong password, then I put correct password and I have access, correct password. Now exit is off. Then some visual settings, just the title, the width and height, then this is important, output. I have it here, yeah, print write output for saving text to text files. So output, variable output equals create the create file data the text to save the logs. I will talk about it a bit later. Actually, I will explain it now. So the logs here logs function will no, not this function. I will explain it later. I will follow the lines. So the draw function is the same as the loop method, and it's loop all the time, and it will check is a port communication available. If it's available, it will strip data, thermistor readings in our case, and read it. So if it's not equals to nothing, the data from the port, it will set the data to float. It will convert it to float. As I said before, we're using my wall variable and my string variable to convert it. So this line is important as well for displays. The information for displayed information, it's set the data to 1 decimal point. Here I will show you. As you can see, it's 19.5, 1 decimal point all the time. Then I draw a rectangle for background. I just draw black rectangle and put some information in it. This is pretty cool actually. If the value that we received from the Arduino from the thermistor are less than 25, the color of this data will be aqua. If it's greater or equals to 25, the color is red. Here is an example. So it's aqua, I increase temperature, and it's red. Aqua, red again. Now, so it's printed, then it's stripped data from serial port, and if it's not equals to nothing, it will print this value. It's basically just print. And void loop. Now functions, exit frame function. If you click exit button, where is exit button? It will close the text file and it will close the GUI. If you click alarm button, it will send A to the Arduino, count 6 seconds, and I print this count in the console with delay of 1 second. It was really easy to develop. I will show you. So when you arm the alarm, you can see in the console its count, print each second, and then alarm is armed or disarmed. So, and this block of code will save the information, this line and exact data and time from the machine. It will set it to these variables and save them, on the output, which are our data text file. Then disarm function do the similar thing. It sends D to the Arduino and it saves the data about it to the text file. Kitchen zone, just send the K to the Arduino, display this. Logs, it's pretty complicated code. It's when you click logs button, it strips the data kinda. It's print. I will show you. It will just print the information from the data text file, and this function just open this link. It is simple. I think that's it. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, you can contact me.